Hey, and we're back on kprohd.com and streaming live on YouTube under Spiritual Coach Ari Mac and on TikTok under Candles by Ari. So thank you guys for joining me there. Now, we are talking about waiting for your answers today. Like, how do you know when Spirit is talking to you? How do you know your affirmations are working? Well, first and foremost, go through your process. Please don't dismiss the fact that you may be challenged and you need to cry. You may be upset and you may need to make some really hard choices that are not going to be to your liking. You ever had that happen where you're literally up against a wall and you don't have a choice? You have to make a decision, or something even worse could happen, or things could get even more confusing. Well, that's when you got to affirm deeper, you guys. Because spirit doesn't leave you during those time periods. Sometimes, literally, shit happens. Like it's not even like your fault. Circumstances around you are changing. And I like to think that's when we are a minor player in the big scheme of the universe. I mean, just think about it. The universe has so many moving parts, from astrology to metaphysics to our conscious mind, our super subconscious mind. If we're under the influence of anything, drugs, alcohol, and then we sprinkle religion in because everybody wants to feel connected, right? Everybody wants to feel like they're not alone in this world. You sprinkle all that in, not everybody's going to agree. It's just not possible. You got to have people who have different perspectives because they're born in different times. They have different people they're accountable to. Maybe they're in a different financial bracket. Maybe they have a different taste in their sexual preferences. Don't know. But if they're around you, then you got to ask yourself, what is God trying to tell me? Because this is where the answers come from. See, everybody likes to believe it's just a one ticket fits all, and that's not the case. And when I'm teaching mindful guided meditation, which I've been doing for over 15 years now, I can tell you right now when people are under, and I'm not talking like your conscious mind is there, but when you have slowed down for a allotted amount of time and you listen to a particular voice, because in my meditations, I'm talking directly to you. Okay, I'm not talking to anybody else. I'm talking to you. All right. Matter of fact, we have a class this Sunday. Check it out at Candles by Ari, because I'm telling you right now, this class is powerful because it's all about you and your internal dialogue. But when you're there and you're at the beach of time and you're dealing with all that adversity that's undertow that you really can't put your finger on, like sometimes we're so overwhelmed with just keeping up with our day to day that we can't put our finger on all the nuances. And it could be just something as simple as my coworkers don't treat me fairly. I remember, and I can tell you this story because it's the God's honest truth. At one point, I decided to leave the entertainment business and go work for a computer company. And I happened to be good with inventory, so I was one of the managers for the finished goods department, just making sure everything was ready to go to stores. They hired a gentleman 6 months after me. 6 months after me. And I trained him, being a company girl, supporting, blah, blah, blah. So one night he and I are sitting there talking because we have to make sure the shippers go out every night to the locations. And he basically informs me he makes $5 an hour more than me. So he said something like, only for this amount of money. I said, say what? You make how much? And he says, yeah, that's nothing. It was $5 more than me, guys. So I waited to the next day and I went to talk to our boss because we have a meeting, every day. And I asked him, why is this gentleman making more money than me? And I've been here 6 months before. Well, he reassured me that when my review comes up, he would make some adjustments. Then he turned around and said, besides, you're a woman. You can get married. You're a pretty woman. I'm sure you can find a partner that would like to take care of you. Now, I have to tell you, that day something changed, something snapped inside of me because he was basically telling me to take less and be okay with it. Now, I didn't argue or scream or fuss or fight with him. I decided that I was only going to do my job and then I was going to walk away. Now, consequently, and this is what I'm saying, waiting for an answer, I was praying on an exit strategy so that I could move on to where I needed to be, because obviously this is where I shouldn't be anymore. I'm not even valued. A couple of days later, it's coming to the end of the shift, and I decided to leave on my regular schedule, which was probably at 5 o'clock. We usually stayed to 7 if we had, you know, extra stuff to do. This other gentleman says, well, I'll stay. What does it matter? I said, okay, cool. The next day I show up for work. I show up to the security gate and they're like, McIntyre, you're wanted in corporate offices now. You don't even have time to wait. Get your ass over there. And I'm like, what happened? I thought something had happened to the inventory. Something happened to our employees. I was scared. Hey, Flavor. I go into this meeting, guys, and they're all ready to attack me. They've all decided that I left my responsibilities and that I didn't give a hoot about my job. And they were just, I said, whoa, HR was there. It was a big thing. And I said, okay, guys, just before we get crazy, what did I do? I just like to hear specifically what have I done. So here comes the VP from sales. And he said, last night you left me here and I had to close the building. Closing the building. This building was the size of a football field. And we had a private security firm that worked this. So in order for them to close it, we had to go around with them to actually make sure everything was closed. My little compadre over here left early, okay, and didn't bother to tell anybody shit. He just told the security he was leaving. Maybe he said that to the VP as well. So when the VP got to leave, I don't know how long later, he had to do the same service things that we had to do. And he was infuriated. And they blamed me. So I politely, after them breaking it down and explaining to me what I did, I asked him to pull my time card. Because I had left by 5 o'clock. And this other gentleman was supposed to take care of that. That's the truth. Basically, in a nutshell, they called him down there. And he got all sheepish looking because I said, can I leave? Because I didn't do this. You're blaming the wrong person. I left him in charge. And they brought him in and he said he didn't know. And I said, that's a damn lie. I trained you on what proper procedure was. So if you didn't follow it, it's because you chose not to. Now, guys, I'm going to tell you, that decision put a dart on top of my head in that company. Not because I was doing anything wrong, but because they felt like I should have took it for the team. I should have said I was wrong and let him slide. I didn't. Of course, they laid me off within 6 months, and I was the happiest laid off person they had ever seen in their life. I didn't even take any of my stuff. I grabbed the pictures of my family, and I took everything else and put it in the trash. And I swore to myself and said it out loud, I will never work this hard for a company again. If I'm working this hard, I'm working for myself and God, and that's exactly what I've done. Now, I tell you that story is because when you're waiting on God, dreamers, and you're affirming for all these prayers, and we're going to do the affirmation again for the financial blessings. This is on the Money Pot Potpourri. It's available at Candles by Ari. Please like us, follow us, and share. Please share. I need your support just as much as you need mine. And this affirmation has worked for many, many, many years. And it states, open my heart to the positive financial growth and benefits I need to achieve my personal goals now. Now, Father, now. Under grace in perfect way, and so it is. I give that to you guys. I gotta smell potpourri just a little bit. Gotta smell this like a little bit. Money Pot Potpourri. I swear to goodness, it smells like Christmas. Oh, hi, Russia. Because you guys can do magic. And you can have anything that you desire. You just got to get your head in the game. All right, we got one more segment coming up on capehd.com. It's Spiritual Coach Ari Mac. Come back after break. Last segment. YouTube, I got Russia in the house. Wow. Hey. Thank you. Make sure you like and follow, subscribe, okay? And share this with anybody who wants some positive vibrational energy. And you guys on my TikTok, hey, 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 how's it going? Well, I want to say thank you guys as well for just tuning in, following, loving. Thanks for being the dreamers. Thanks for believing in the dream. It's so much better than that than believing in a nightmare. Thank you, Flame. How are you doing, Flame? How's your leg? I caught you 6 o'clock when I was getting ready to do some stuff on the coast. I hope you're doing well. Okay, just got the number. Okay, all right. Okay, so we're on our last section. Do what you do. I'm trying, baby, every day, every day. So, in this last segment, because we got meditation class coming up this Sunday, which is going to be what, the 28th at 3 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. Okay, that I will have the boot off the first. Yay! Congratulations, Flame! Congratulations. So, mindful meditation, go to the site, Candles by Ari, join the class. Now, the reason why you want to join is because if you come to class or when you come to class, nobody talks. And you also are eligible to get a free recording for your personal records. Okay? So, please, guys, make sure you mark your calendars. And meditation class will be every 2 weeks now. Guaranteed. And we got color and fragrance coming up. Because I want you to understand the power of the colors and the scents that you have around you. Do you know Justin? What do you think? I don't know Justin Timberlake personally, but I think he's a love muffin. I love his music, and I like the fact that he's a survivor. He's a dreamer too, guys. Total dreamer. All right, last segment. Here we go. So to conclude the story that I left off on before we went to break, literally, I manifested getting out of that job, but I didn't do it through an evil way. I basically let my comrade put himself in the news. Now, he didn't get reprimanded. They basically told him, oh, we're sorry. Oh, we didn't know you didn't understand. And then after that, they kind of isolated me a little bit, but it was okay because I'd already emotionally checked out. I just didn't know how it was going to end. So when they started doing layoffs, I knew I was at the top of the food chain. But you know what happened? Here's the interesting part. Once I pulled back, other things in my life started developing. And even at work, when they got into arguments or disagreements, I just sit there and waited till they gave us the final outcome of what they'd like us to do. I was no longer upset. I was no longer bothered by the mundane. I wasn't. I knew in my heart that these people were not my people, and I knew they weren't going to treat me right. Even the gentleman that had left early started giving me an attitude, and I just let him be. Now, did it work out for him? Not so much, because as I saw, they started giving him more and more work that he wasn't so good at because he didn't have the training, because you had to understand how the rhythm of the company worked. And I blessed him. So in other words, guys, by blessing and sending love and light out, God created a way for me to leave without me causing any ripples. I didn't. They were all mad at me about stuff that I honestly did not do. I did not leave that place unsupervised. I left it in the trusted hands of my compadre. Now, I couldn't help it if he was a jackass, but that was his free will choice. So I say this because when the universe is answering your prayers, when they're answering your affirmations, you have to slow down and listen. Now, I talk more about this in my manifestation boot camp about the reasons why. There's a couple of books that I could recommend that would also inspire you to get on that path. But the bottom line to all of it is that you have to want more for yourself. See, I help the faith-based people foster that deeper connection to their higher power so they can attain their personal goals. Just your personal goal. And your personal goal could mean owning a house, having a beautiful family, having people who love you, feeling safe. I know that sounds like shouldn't be a big deal, but how many of us can 100% say we feel safe 24/7? Some of us are living right now in situations of fear and anxiety, and the only thing you can do is pray your way through it, but that's all you really need to do is pray your way through it. See, the universe hears us, guys. They hear everything we say, including those nasty things. Now, tell you a little tip. I know it's hard when you go to the store or when you're trying to get through something in the traffic and people being rude. It's okay if you have to say, call them out of their names. I mean, it's okay if you have some other adjectives. All right, the universe is not going to come down and strike you for that. Now, you can't go into another store with that same energy because then you're being abusive. You're being abusive. But if you have a moment, and we all do, where we just go, oh, that's acceptable, guys. That's acceptable because we're only human. All right, remember when you were a baby and you had a certain cry? I was talking to a friend about this last night. Babies have a certain cry. And when you're around enough babies, you just pick up on certain energy. If there's a cry for food, a cry for help, or just a cry to say, hey, what you doing? They have that different inflections in their voice, but only a true mother would be able to pick up on that energy. Now, on the other side, you have the darker side of that, which is the predators who also pick up on that energy. So it's a sword that cut both ways, and that's why you have to decide, is the glass half full or is the glass half empty? Now, for dreamers, I can tell you right now, the glass is half full. And we're going to keep it that way. That's why I asked you to follow me, to like me. Okay? Take a look at the candles. Now, they're not for everybody. I will say that. And we have a variety in 12 ounce, 10 ounce, 8-ounce sizes. We even have vintage candles from back when I first started, but only by special order. We have classes now available. And we even have money pots and melts. So we're a full service wellness center that's designed to help you connect. Now, on the other side, if you guys happen to be with any organization that has 10 or more people and you need extra support with workshops and classes, please email us. We have some great programs that we can do online to keep all of you guys mentally balanced. Mentally balanced. Okay? It's not going to take away all your problems, but if you can find something to soothe your soul, please. So definitely candles by Ari at gmail.com is my personal email address. So please email me there. If you have any questions, like I said, if you have groups that are 10 or more and you want to set up some meditations and some additional classes, let us know at Candles by Ari. All right, we are definitely catering to corporations and groups that just need that positive reinforcement. Okay, so we're going to do this affirmation once again, and it states, open my heart to the positive financial growth and benefits, guys. I need to achieve my personal goals now under grace and perfect way. And so it is. And I'm going to add in, just for all of us that are listening today, I am blessed. I am blessed. Just say that with me. I am blessed and highly favored. Highly favored. Not flavored, favored. I'm flavored. You're favored. Okay. Okay. Under grace in perfect way. Thank you, Russia, so much for joining me today on the YouTube. Thank you so much. And TikTok, you guys, always. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm going to be coming back a little bit more. Like I said, we just finished Big Transformation. We have a new course coming up, classes. We're rolling it out. And like I said, God gave me the task of helping 20,000 students. That's the task. That's the goal. And they have to attain their goals. You have to be willing to do your part. Nobody can do this for you. And how I know is because I can see, hey, Nasty, thanks for joining on the TikTok page. Appreciate it. Because I can see if you're doing it or not. I know, because the universe has a way of giving me insight and information that I'm very fortunate to have. And I'm very thankful. Now, I like to send a special shout out to all my current clients, all my current students, because I know you guys are listening, and to everyone in the cyber world. I want to say thank you. I'm learning a lot, and I appreciate all the support that I'm being given. And let's just do this one step at a time to make our world a better place, starting from our insides, right? Just feeling good, making wise choices, and be ready to receive our blessings. Yeah? Yeah. Okay, so we're going to do this affirmation again. Please make sure you're writing this down. This recording will be up probably no later than Monday, and it states, open my heart to the positive financial growth and benefits I need to achieve my personal goals now under grace in a perfect way, and so it is. Don't limit spirit. When you're listening for your answer, don't put a preference. Okay, I know we have things we would prefer. Totally get that. But the universe has a way of giving us stuff in a way that is beautifully beyond our comprehension. Do you hear that word? Beautifully beyond our comprehension. Because the fact of the matter is we don't have enough information to make a long-term decision. So take it that you're on a need to know basis. It's a lot healthier. It's a lot more easy for the soul. And it's great for the skin. Now, we're doing meditation this Sunday, July 28th, 3 o'clock Pacific Standard Time here on the West Coast. Now, guys, Candles by Ari classes, they all support this program. So I'm asking you guys to like, follow, grab yourself some candles. Okay? Come to some of the courses, come to some of the classes, and even the open houses. Take a listen to, we have over 300 episodes up. That's a feat in itself. Leave comments. I am open to feedback, but be loving and positive. You don't ever have to be disruptive and nasty. Okay? Ever. Bless yourselves and stay in a mental place that everything's going to be okay. I know sometimes it's hard to believe it is, but it will be. Because if it's not, then the universe is going to show you why. And it could be just something as simple as you leaving certain things alone. There are certain foods that I love. I have a special friend that can't even eat certain things anymore. And she wasn't born like that. It's just something that developed over her lifetime. And just because I love her so much, I bring the actual labels to her because I'm dyslexic. So I'll read it. I'm like, you know what? You read it. Because she knows things about foods, food additives, and the way they word things that I may overlook. But that's how you know when the universe is working with you, because these things come clear. If I'm going out with this person, I have to make sure we're at this type of place. Thank God we have a great place that we love going to. And on TikTok, you can actually see the food. It's one of my biggest views. I got over 400 views on this one. And I want you guys to comment if you've seen the video. And it's same thing on my YouTube. It's the restaurant we go to all the time. And the food is magnificent. Thank God that we have that. Thank God that you have your special needs met. You know, I'm beautifully simple. I like cooking. I like taking care of my family. And I like mental balance. I prefer spiritual growth and beautiful people around me who we connect and we flow. We don't all have to talk all the time, but we are deeply connected. And I want the best for them and they want the best for me. So let's send that vibe out, and I will see you guys on Sunday, yeah? All right. And thank you to my K4HD.com family. You always take care of me. You always make me look good, feel good, and on and so forth. So, say thank you. You too. Love you guys. Until next time.